Danny Roth, and I'll be your host tonight for the AI in 1 hour. It's essentially a journey into understanding AI. And I always like to start with this slide because it's kind of like a good level set for people. And we talk about a little bit about what is AI. So first of all, AI is not brand new. It's been around for a little while. The concept is we've been using AI for years. It started as machine learning 20 years ago, where we had big mainframe computers, lots of money, big databases, and they processed a lot of information, and it crunched a lot of numbers. Then the next step was supervised machine learning, where human beings got involved. We kind of directed those big large language models, and then from there, it has evolved into what we are going to talk about today, specifically GPTs, or generative pre-trained transformers, fancy word, but that's like ChatGPT. Hence, it's actually in the name. So AI is not brand new. I use AI on my phone and Siri. So this is one of the wonderful things about AI. We've now democratized this technology. You don't need millions of dollars to access these large language models. You can do it for free on many models, and then you have paid versions and so on. But for generally speaking, you can get into this very inexpensively. You can spend $20 and have 2,000 experts on everything show up, and you can chat with them, ask them questions, do a lot of amazing work. So that's where we are right now. So let's talk a little bit about where we're going. So how to get the best out of these AI tools and these large language models. I'm going to work with you tonight. I'm going to give you some foundational communication skills and how to speak to an AI tool. Tonight, I'm going to give you that foundation so you can get everything you want to get out of it. So let's kind of talk about the three types of generative pre-trained transformers or large language models that are out there. So we have the OG, ChatGPT, if you will. It is by far probably the most well-known, most popular. And these are the types of tools. You ask questions, they give you back answers. You can ask it anything, literally. It has, at this point, they've said that they've actually scraped the entire internet. There are private collections of knowledge that have not been put into GPTs. I know that historically Black colleges are working to get some more of that kind of history into AI so that we can tamper down some of the biases that are built into AI. And I'll talk a little bit about that as we go along. Specialized AI have a specific kind of perfection. So MidJourney, Leonardo, ideogram are all text to image. You type in a prompt and you get some magical images. It's amazing what these tools can create. HeyGen is the same thing for video. So you can go from text to video, and Suno is a fantastic tool for creating music. You can tell it, here's the topic. I want you to be like this particular singer or artist, and it'll produce some really interesting things. These are all examples of specialized AI. And we're also going to spend a ton of time talking about personalized AI, where AI is customized to your business, your particular requirements, creating custom AI tools and large language models that are tailored just for you. So that's what we're going to spend a good chunk of time on tonight. All right, I'm going to keep going. So as we keep going, just a little bit about me, 30 years in the space of sales and digital marketing, business development. I've worked for Fortune 100 companies, selling to Fortune 100 companies. 2023, I started Digital Express. It is one of those journeys. Again, I like the concept of bringing this technology down to small and medium-sized businesses, helping individuals become the best that they can be. These are the types of things that excite me and what I am happy to kind of go over tonight. So my promise to you is when we're done, you're going to have all the frameworks and recipes you need to transform yourself and or your business. So let's do some soul searching here. So AI beats us in high computational speed, parallel processing. Bottom line, it's faster, unlimited memory, it doesn't get tired. what is really interesting is you can talk to AI about anything you want to talk to it about. It will not judge you. So there's some pluses and some minuses. People are very concerned about AI. I'm like a Star Trek kind of person where I believe technology can be used for good. But the simple fact of the matter is AI works better when humans get involved. And as long as we're not doing stupid things like kicking over robot dogs, you've seen those videos, right? Don't do that. It might remember you in 200 years when it takes over. So be nice to your AI. Okay, I'm just joking. AI at this stage, it does not really have an intelligence. It is not, doesn't have real emotion. It can communicate with you like it does, but in reality, it's still just a point where it's crunching numbers, lots of data. So it's just very fast. It makes it feel like you're communicating with a person. I say please to AI half the time just because I'm drilled as a human being to be polite, but it's not really necessary. So let's talk about a very important concept, AI super self. I want everybody on this call tonight to become their AI super self. What is that? ChatGPT lies. No, ChatGPT does not lie. What it does do is it hallucinates. So it's a technical term where essentially, number one, if the AI is trying to help, it doesn't want to ever admit that it doesn't know the answer. If it doesn't know the answer, it'll make one up. It's just a simple fact. It's not that it lies. It's simply that if it doesn't know, it'll make it up. So again, pro tip, if you ask an AI to do something for you or write something for you, please read it yourself as the human being in the equation. It's your job to check up on it. You can ask the AI for the sources. That way you are a little bit more informed of where it's getting the information. If you go up to some of their new models in ChatGPT, some of their reasoning models, what it'll actually do is it'll show you the homework. It'll show you the process. It's slower, but it'll show you how it came up with the answer, which is kind of cool. And in the slide, I mentioned Perplexity. It's one of my favorite tools for students and teachers because as soon as you ask it a question, it immediately gives you the sources. So you don't have to ask for the sources. So you know where it's getting the information from. So I'll give you an example. When I was creating a bio for myself, I was reading it. I'm like looking at one of the bullets on there, and I'm like, I never did that. And the simple fact is, it felt that it needed another bullet, so it made something up to fill it in. So just remember that. Also, there are inherent biases in AI. That's the human beings who filled in the data of AI, plus all the data that's out there on the internet. So there's biases inherent in the data that's being fed into the tools. So you as a human being, you do have to take the time to actually review that data. It's certainly a cultural thing. And so there's AI tools out there like ChatBlack, GPT. Latimer AI is also Black owned, and they try to make sure, and they're working with the historically Black colleges to make sure that the data that's given back to you is culturally sensitive to all of the groups that are out there. So again, just examples of bias. So what is AI super self? This is when you take all of your knowledge, your experiences, everything that you know, your personality, philosophies, and you combine that with the tools I'm going to give you tonight to communicate with AI. And then, of course, you add the AI and you end up with AI super self. So this is where you merge all of the things I just mentioned. It results in something that's, the 1 + 1 greater than 2 type of thing. So it makes you irreplaceable, whether you're the person working for someone else and they ask you a question, you come back 5 minutes with a very detailed, complex answer, or whether you're using it to drive your own business forward. Either way, you can lift more, right? You can do things faster, easier, less expensive. These are all the things that AI is absolutely fantastic with. So we're going to spend some time on the create method, and the create method is foundational in the sense that it'll help you communicate with every AI tool. So let me pause for just a second. Anybody have any questions? All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in it. And anytime you come up with something you want to ask, please go ahead and interrupt. So create method. This is, you've heard of power prompts and super prompts. It is essentially a way to speak with an AI clearly, specifically to get the best results. So if we start at the beginning, C is where you set the context. So you can say, I want you to be an author. I want you to help me write a book. I want you to be a lawyer. I want you to help me craft an agreement in the state of Georgia between this entity and that entity. And I want you to be a professional digital marketer. Help me write 5 ads for a Facebook marketing campaign that I'm coming up with. You are a personal trainer. I want you to help me write a new exercise book. Here's my idea of what's going to work. So I want you to communicate back and forth with me. Of course, been in sales for many years. I wish I had this tool years ago. It would have made my life so much easier. So I want you to be a sales manager. Help me come up with the forecast. Here are the raw numbers that I want you to work with. You get the general idea, right? Set the context. That's the first thing you want to do with AI. Next, the results. You want to be very, very specific with what you want back from it. It can't give you what you want unless you define it clearly and specifically for it. So I'm going to take, you are a world-class marketer. I want you to create 5 emails I can use to launch my new product and service. Here's the information about my product. I want you to help me write a book on this topic. I want you to help me craft the hero section of my website. That's the top part of the website. I want some messaging that will really capture a new visitor's attention. I want you to help me write a press release. We are going public. Help me write that. So again, very specific about what you want. I want a marketing plan. I want a business plan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Wait, no, you give too much information. I want you to summarize it. I want you to compare, contrast with this and that. I want you to help me clearly analyze all of this data and so crunch these numbers for me. So it's amazing what you can do with AI these days when it comes to data processing. It's always been able to do it, but now you have direct access to it. That's the key difference. So you can have it write code for you. So if you want to write a program, not only can you do that in regular AI tools, but there's specific AI tools like Lovable. If you're going to write you want to develop a new program, Lovable.ai, it's amazing because you can get in there. Actually, it's just Lovable. I can't remember if it's .ai or .com, but I'll look it up and give you the link. So the Lovable tool is you can literally type in English what you'd like it to help you develop as an app, and it'll go out and knock that out in a very short period of time. It's amazing what you can do with AI if you're into coding these days. Audience. This is where that old game, are you smarter than the 5th grade kind of comes into play. I know I'm not smarter than the 5th grade because they spend all day studying things, but you can select your audience so that everybody can understand your content, whether it's for a business owner, for women, are you targeting men? Is it for, children's book? I'm going to write a children's book. So you want the language in that book to be a certain level. Are you speaking to entrepreneurs like the ones that are on the call today? So you have a certain inspirational tone. We'll talk about tone in a minute, but you're targeting people who are driven towards success. So you want to have a certain kind of language in your messaging. And so those are all parts of the audience. It's really, really important that whatever you put on your website, for example, is understandable by any visitor that you might have. Same thing with tone, right? You may say, I want this to be persuasive because it's going to be sales content. I want people to sign up. You want it to be serious. I'm writing a PhD thesis, so professional for a thesis. I want it to be conversational and friendly. I want it to be humorous. I joke all the time. AI is probably a dad level jokes, but the good news is you can call on any comedian in time that's out there on the internet, and it can give you the tone of that particular comedian. So you can call on anyone. You can say, I want it to be concise, poetic, nostalgic, etc. Then once it gives you that first pass, the next thing you want to do is you can expand upon it. You can have it explain something in more detail. That 4th bullet is pretty good, but I need it to be, I need you to expand on it and explain more. I want you to iterate with me, meaning it never gets tired, right? So you can say, that's close, but give me 5 more headlines that I can use. That's close, but give me five more titles to that book that I'm writing. And you can keep going and going and going. It does not get tired. It does not judge you. That's another great thing. So if you have a concept, an idea, and you're speaking with the AI, you never have to worry about it being judgmental. You can have it revise, rewrite, summarize, simplify. Again, AI can be a little verbose and speak, a lot. So you can say, hey, make it simpler. I need it to fit in 2,000 characters on a form I'm filling out. And it'll do that. It'll shrink it down to 2,000 characters. So it's amazing what these technologies can do these days. Let's give an example here. So you are an author. Yes, you are an Amazon best-selling author. I want you to help me write the outline for a book summarizing all of the ways that an entrepreneur can make money. So I'm targeting business owners, and I want you to make it inspirational. And here's an example of such a prompt. You are a New York Times bestselling author. Again, context. Write a chapter by chapter outline for a book telling it exactly what you want, summarizing the 5 steps business owners, your target audience, can take to learn AI using BuildBiz.ai so they can increase sales and grow revenue in record time. Write this in an inspirational tone. So that gives everybody what they need, right? It essentially tells the AI all the specifics. This is our friendly friend. ChatGPT, as I said, the OG right now. And trust me, there are a lot of AI tools. And I'm actually going to show you this demo in multiple AI tools, just so you can kind of see how they kind of are the same and how they're a little different. So let's go in here. And I have that first one that I showed you just a second ago. And so we're going to grab this and drop it in as a prompt, right? And then we're going to go ahead and kick it off in ChatGPT. We're going to go to Claude, which is another popular tool for writing with AI. I think my Chrome is suffering from the old zoomies, right? So I'm sharing screens with you and so on and so forth. So we're getting a little less. So I'm starting it off here too. And it's writing. And let's go one more place to kick off another AI tool. I'm going to go into BuildBiz.ai. I'm going to start a new chat. And let's go ahead and copy paste it in there as well. So the concept is I'm doing the same exact prompt in multiple places with multiple AI tools, so you kind of see how this works. So how the prompt is it is the same, and you get slightly different results in each tool. Which tool is the best is truly, truly subjective. You have to like the tool. It has to work for you. Don't worry about what other people think, and just focus in on the one that works the best for you. Chapter by chapter outline, 5 steps business owners can take to learn. So it's literally using the title of the book, what I put in there. So the ChatGPT is taking that literal approach. So there's step 1, chapter 2, step 2, and so on and so forth. So it's laying out the outline for the book that we're going to do. I'll put my contact information. We have AI-driven classes where you can learn how to write a book using AI. All right. So it's a lot of fun. We have the 24-hour book challenge where you can start on one day, and by the second day, 24 hours later, you're putting it up on Amazon. So please, if you're interested and you do want to write your own book, I've done it, and it's a lot of fun. AI can be very, very helpful. All right. So here is Claude. This is the different models. It's just letting us know that it switched us to Claude Haiku, which is another model. So transforming business with AI, how BuildBiz unlocks your company's hidden potential. So at least it gave it a slightly different title. You can see, I think Claude is very well, has a good reputation for being a really good writer. So you'll see it takes some liberties and do things a little differently. This tool is in the BuildBiz platform. It's called the AI Sales Coach. I put a lot of sales and marketing knowledge into training it up. So we use, by the way, on the platform, several LLM models. And so you would be maybe using OpenAI to write with, and then you might be using another LLM to create pictures or images, and another one to create videos. So you never know which one is behind the scenes, but that's what's great about it. it's going to use the right one for the job. So here, chapter by chapter outline for 5 steps to AI-powered business success. Unleash potential. And so it's a better title. I like that title. So you can kind of see it's doing the same thing. It does a little introduction. Chapter 1, dream big with AI. Chapter 2, building a solid foundation. So these are all ideas for chapters. You could say to it, chapter 4 looks interesting, but now I want you to do this or do that. So in this case, I'm going to use a highly effective and complicated prompt. You can use that tool, or you can use the little microphone here and click on it, and it'll also allow you to speak directly to the AI. You can speak to it. I talk to my Siri on the phone. You can talk to ChatGPT for me. So you don't have to type if you don't want to. So let's put a really complicated and super dense prompt in here now. Go ahead and write chapter 1. Yes, that is the whole prompt. Yes, I'm joking around. But the idea is you don't have to have super complicated prompts. I know I just taught you the whole methodology, but because this is in the same thread, we'll do the same thing here. All right, so we'll have it run off and write chapter 1. Same thing here. Go. Did I miss the button? There we go. Human error. All right, let's go back to Claude here. Come on, AI. I'm clicking. Go. Wow, it is definitely one of those nights. Come on, prompt. You can do it. There we go. All right, beautiful. So it's going to go write chapter 1. So let's see what we've got over here. Ooh, the power of vision in enterprise. Picture this. It's a quiet Sunday afternoon. You're sitting at your kitchen table, a blank notebook in front of you. You've spent months or perhaps even years imagining the possibility of starting your own business. The thought lingers, promising freedom and fulfillment, yet daunting enough to keep you from taking that leap. But today is different. Not a bad start for a book. I'd keep reading just to see what happens next, right? So that's the idea is you want the AI to start a book. You may say, okay, change this, change that. Remember, you're the human being in the equation. You always want to be in control. Chapter 1, the AI revolution. The morning sun crept through the blinds of Sarah Martinez's small office, casting long shadows across a desk buried under invoices, marketing. So I think you get the idea. It's very poetic. Claude is one of those kinds of writers. All right, the AI shift, why it's a game changer. For centuries, business success has been determined by a few key factors: who you knew, how much capital you had, and how well you could outthink your competition. So you got 3 different authors, 3 different tones. Which one is best? You pick. All right, so this is the idea, is that AI is going to give you different kinds of responses depending on the tools that you use. These are the types of things that I think we're all interested in. Let me go grab another prompt here. I want to get the AI going on the next step if we were writing a book. And this is all part of your education in the wonderful world of AI. Let's grab, oops. You are a Madison Avenue advertising expert specializing in creating book covers for nonfiction Amazon bestsellers. Create a text prompt for a book cover for the book we just created. Make it persuasive and inspirational. Boom. So it's going to get started on that for me. Perfect. And so it's actually writing the prompt to generate an image. And so what I want you to kind of think about is if you don't know how to do something, let's say you've never created an image before and you don't know how to write a good prompt to get a good image, the way to do that is to ask the AI tool to help you. And you can literally do what I just did. Give it the context, tell it what kind of thing that you're trying to create. There's a good amount of detail, right? A good prompt. You are a Madison Avenue advertising expert. Set the context. Specializing in creating book covers. What do you want for nonfiction books? create a text prompt for a book cover for the book. So now you're giving it, and then you give it that, make it persuasive and inspirational, right? So now it knows specifically what I want. So I'm going to grab this prompt and I'm going to go over to some other tools and have it create that image, right? By the way, ChatGPT has DAL-E built right into it. And I can tell it, if you have the paid version, create the image. So first I have it create everything I needed. So now it's going to go to work on it. Let me jump over to one of these text to image generation tools. This one is called Leonardo. And I'll use this as an example, right? And tell it what I want it to do. And I want a bold impact book cover design that radiates innovation, success, and transformation. Now, a lot of the image generation tools, movie, video generation tools use credits or coins. This is the Leonardo. It's going to get to work on that. So I'm going to show you another tool within the BuildBiz platform. There are about 90 AI tools in this one platform. So we'll go ahead and use hyperrealistic, and we'll tell it we want to shape like a book cover, and we'll drop in our book idea, right? Or excuse me, our prompt that we just created. And so we'll get that running on that one. So it's going off to create a book cover there. Let's see what Leonardo has done. Quick thing about hallucinations and other oddities in AI creating things. So my suggestion, if you want to create something like a book cover, is have the AI just create the image. Don't have it try to create the text as well as the image at the same time. Because sometimes it does a great job, other times it kind of wanders off the ranch. There are tools out there, AI tools like Canva, where you can do something called magic grab, where it can grab the text right out of a picture so you can edit it and fix these types of problems. But my suggestion, save yourself some time, just create the image first and then add the text on top of it. Just a thought. The 5 business owner, it started off pretty good and then it kind of lost it. But what I want you to focus on is the imagery that it's projecting just from a text prompt. Is creating really good images, right? This one is pretty close as well. The 5 steps business owners can take to learn AI using AI. Like I said, it's not bad. Again, different imagery. Okay, talk about biases. Okay, another bias is if you ask AI to create an image of a person, without giving it any more specifics, I would say 90% of the time, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, 80% of the time, you're going to get a white guy with a beard. That is just the nature of AI. So if you want something different, if you want a woman, you have to be specific. I want a woman. If you want other diverse ethnicities, you have to tell it specifically what you want. This is just an effect of the biases, okay? So that's just a reality. So let's go here. And let's see what it did. AI generated the 5 steps business owners can learn to learn AI using. So you can tell that because the prompt had so many words in it, it essentially tried, and it did a really good job of creating that exciting kind of book cover, but the text is screwy. So what I would do is I would take this whole stuff and I would grab all of this here and I would throw it into create image ideas. And this way, the AI will simplify the prompt. And so I will tell it, hey, give me some ideas for a book. So I'm going to tell it to give me image ideas. What I love about this is the AI knows what a good book cover is. The AI also will take that long, complicated prompt, simplify it so that you have a better shot of getting what you want from it. But don't get me wrong. So a business focused on AI solutions for entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs standing in front of a digital landscape featuring a matrix of AI circuits. And so it's simplified that whole prompt. Let's tell it to go ahead and create another one. If you're using Chrome and you want to keep working the platform but jump from app to app, just tell it to duplicate the tab, and then you can jump into a whole different tool. So that way it doesn't interrupt what it's working on. So you can kind of multitask, if you will. So here's the same app, right? It just created that image. So this is what I was talking about, where you can have it create the image and actually, I don't want to confuse it totally. Let's go back here. You can have it create the image, and then you can tell it if it did a great job, right? I can give it a 4-star. So now you're training it that that's exactly what I was looking for. Now I could go in and add the text on top of it. By the way, this is the editor that's built into the platform. It's a basic editor. It does a good job. Annotate, just a fancy word for add text or add something on top of, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and grab the little text thing here. I can pick a color that I want to use for the text. Then I can draw a box. And then I could say, make the text font size large, right? And then 5. So you can essentially, let's do medium large, and you can and write whatever you want on top of it and then save it. So I'm not going to do a whole class on how to create an image with text on it, but I think you get the idea. This is all built right into the platform. So we can create book covers, we can create all kinds of fun things. So while I do this, please, if you have a business already and you have a domain name, please go ahead and drop the URL into the chat. So, give me your domain name or your URL, drop it into the chat. I'll use it in an example in just a second. Another fun tool is, so I could basically keep going with this. It'll give me 20 ideas. I like that first one. It came out pretty good. I can say, all right, give me another one. So this one is a close-up of a business person's hand reaching out to touch a glowing map of neural, so on and so forth. Let's see what we get. So it gave me 20 ideas for images for my book cover. So I can go to another tool here. Let's go to, also in content creation, scroll stopping images, right? Now, what I love about this tool is I could copy paste in a complicated prompt, but I don't have to. I can type in a simple prompt, and then from there, I can pick the background, whether it's any kind of isolation. I can decide if the image is going to be up and down, vertical, square, or landscape. And then from there, I can just check boxes to turn things off for vivid colors, emotional appeal, turn it on and off. I don't have to know any coding about how to create an image. I can say I want a photograph, I want an illustration, digital artwork, modern, futuristic, and then you can pick some colors and then you can tell it to go. So that's simple. For example, I was at an expo on the Atlanta Black Expo. The man walked up to me. He said, I am frustrated with ChatGPT. I can't get the type of image I want to get out of it because I don't know how to write a good prompt. I'm like, well, I give classes on how to write a good prompt. But what is it that you want? He said, literally, and I typed it in as he said it. And so you can see the prompt for the image. A black teen. I want a black teen in a sweaty shirt on the side of the highway selling water on a hot day. That's all I want. I was like, hold on a second, let's type that in. And that's what the image that it produced. So it gives a really good example how the AI tool in the platform is trained for the types of things that you want to be able to create. This image, same type of thing, super simple prompt, a black woman on her knees praying. That's it. That's all I want. I want to use color scheme of green and blue. Boom, it creates that image. So hyper-realistic, scroll stopping, those are both examples of copy this. Let's go ahead to create some videos, right? Let's have some little fun. So now the way that it works is you have to get in the HTTPS in front of it. You can create a website video just by giving it the URL. That's all you need. Then if you click advanced settings, you can upload your logo, you can pick a language. I don't even know what some of these languages are. It's amazing how many we have. You can pick a voice.
Welcome to our AI power.
Adam is very, very popular. If you want a female voice, I like Sarah. I use her all the time. You can upload your own music. Don't use anything copywritten. You can add all different kinds of music. The music is kind of lame, but it is what it is. But you can upload your own music so you get your own vibe, right? You can pick what color you want to use for the transcript, what font you want to use. Is it going to be up and down portrait or is it going to be landscape? That's really all you got to do is hit some switches and it's going to try to read that URL. So before I do that, though, let me go out here. I've learned that it's best for me to actually go to the website just so I can see what it is. And the reason why is depends on the information that I have. There we go. We got something here. All right, cool. Let's try this one. Oh, by the way, here's the other image we just asked for. Actually, I like that image. I'm going to steal that one and use it for something. Let's download it. And by the way, you can download in PNG, JPEG, WebP, which is the lightest format if you're going to put it on a website. I like that image. Sometimes I get lucky and I find an image that I can use somewhere later on. All right, so let's go back up here. Let's change this to this. We're going to create that video. So it'll tell you it takes about 8 minutes, usually comes in at about half. It's kind of like Star Trek Scotty. It kind of lies about how long things are going to take. So while it's creating that, let me kind of walk you through the platform a little bit. So at the top, when you first hit the platform, you have videos such as the welcome video. You have a replay of a previous AI in 1 hour class. You have learning about the AI super self-create method, literally what we just did. And then you have videos on the different apps that are in here. You have the AI sales coach, which we just played with, which is like ChatGPT. You have the AI lunch and learn. These are fantastic. Once you get in the platform, I have 3 classes a week, Tuesday noon, Wednesday noon Central, and then Thursday is a special version of it on 12 noon Pacific. So that'd be 12 noon Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The one on Thursday is for entrepreneurs who want to focus in on our incubator where we get entrepreneurs together. So click on that one if you want to talk to other entrepreneurs and network and talk about building out your own platform. That's what we do on that class. And if you miss a class, you get that replay ability, right? So these are just all listed. I'm a little bit behind. I haven't done this. I'm missing a few days here, but you can see that they're all here. So please go ahead and check those out. You can download 10 free workbooks. You can download the book that I wrote called AI Powered Dreams and the workbooks that go with it. We have a business coach, expert. By the way, if you're an expert in a particular subject and you would like us to use you as one of our experts, just reach out to me and I'll add your custom AI GPT. We can talk about how that process works. You also can create your own speaker page. So if you're an AI expert and you offer services and things like that, we'll create a page for you within the platform. You as an expert, we have the Ask Ramona app. She's a business coach. So that kind of gives you an idea how that works. If you are just starting your business, this one is a great tool because it'll ask you 13 questions. And when you're done, you'll get your business brief that you can use to do your marketing, develop your website, create a business plan to go get funding. So it's all built right into the platform. You can buy a domain, manage domains, get a business email, get a business phone number. I showed you a couple of the content creation. We can see we have a whole host of them here. You can get a logo maker, editing, create blogs, create e-commerce pages, create movies. This is a movie that one of my students on Wednesday nights created. We have a friendly gorilla playing the guitar in front of a waterfall. So that's the whole prompt, right? Super simple prompt, but I think it's a pretty good video. I use it all over the place. File storage, you get count them, 5 terabytes of storage. So you get a lot of storage. We have 4, count them, 4 websites. I suggest you use this one, AEO Website Creator is the newest one. It helps you write content that helps you get found by not search engines, but AI engines, hence the AEO instead of SEO, which is search engine optimization. AEO helps you get found by ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, etc. So our website builder builds in everything that you need, both in the front end and the back end for the schema and JSON. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It just means that you'll get found. They actually also show their answers now in what's called snippets. So let's go to SL Best Services. Let's check out their video that we just created.
Since 2002, SL Best Services Inc. has been a cornerstone of IT excellence in Metro Atlanta. Their comprehensive IT solutions, from managed services to robust security, ensure your business never skips a beat. Available 24/7, 365, they minimize downtime, cut costs, and protect your business as an outsourced IT department you can trust. With their full system backup and emergency recovery, you're never unprepared. Their top-tier network security services shield your business from cyber threats, securing your path to growth. Join satisfied clients like the Howard Law Firm and experience efficient, affordable, and responsive IT support with a free network analysis from SL Best Services today.
Information. Oh, looks like Cassandra has raised her hand. I can let you speak. All right, Cassandra, what was your question?
Hi, good evening. My question is, what did you use to create that video? Did you
They're
use
apps, literally apps. Yes, they're AI apps. So the one that we used was called Create AI Videos. And all I
Okay.
did was feed it the domain name of the company in this case. And by the way, now I can go in and edit it. So now I can say, okay, you gave me that first image. That really is not bad, but I may want to use one of my own images. You can upload your own images or movies, or you can hit the regenerate button and it'll go ahead and try again. So you can have complete control over editing these. And then anything you type here is what the AI is going to read, literally. So you are the script director, if you will, right? Script writer, director of your own movie here. This is what it scraped from the website. And by the way, it'll only do one page at a time. It doesn't go through all of your pages of your website, just whichever one you point it to. Then it created that whole script from there. And then it took it through the 6 slides that we have. You can add more slides, add more text. You can make it a 2-minute movie, a 30-minute movie. You can do whatever you want. Each generation will cost you at least 50 credits, depending on how many slides you're generating. And by the way, people always ask, so let me show you. There are probably, I would say, 4 or 5 apps that do use the credit coin system. And to add more, it's $6.99 for 1,000. I just re-upped this one just before this class, and you can buy 5,000 for 29 bucks. It's very cheap. This way, nobody has to pay $49 a month for a video generator. They can just pay whatever they use. So I try to come up with a system where not somebody may not ever use that tool, that app. So this way, only the people that are using that app are asked to add any kind of credits or coins. And the credits and coins apply to all of the apps. So you only have to do it once, by the way. Let's see. So yes, that was the AI video creator. We have the funnel creators. And what's great about these tools is I use them myself. This whole website was developed. You see this video here, just right in AI video, the tool we just used. All of the images, well, these testimonials were real people, so those are not AI generated. But all of the images here, the little gorillas here. You see my gorilla guy? I just like him. I think it's funny. And so let's talk about how you make money on the platform. So we give you 3 ways to make money. You can build your own custom apps, and unlike ChatGPT, you can actually put them on other people's websites. So you can build an app, sell them to someone, and put that custom GPT out there. And it's super easy to create these custom GPTs, by the way. It's really just a matter of uploading files, pointing it to some URLs, super simple. So easy way to create your own tools. And plus, I like creating my own AI apps for myself. So I share those in the platform automatically. You can share an affiliate link. You get 50%. Best affiliate program that I've ever seen. You can white label the entire platform, which means you create a custom version of this tool. And I've got these cleverly hidden under this section called Make Money. You just click the link, or share the link, I should say, and they would land here. It'll have your name here, the 1995 to join the platform, and they can see all the apps that are in here. As I said, we have about 90 apps in the platform, and most of them are internal. I have 4 of them that are external to the platform. These are brand new ones. We just started adding. We've got a beta of agents. For you that are in the AI, you know what agents are, but this agentic model is the new thing. So right now, most GPTs are question and answer type of GPTs. agents allow you to do things that perform a task for you. So for instance, I could tell Siri to remind me when I get home to do this, this, and that. Now that's going even further, where I can have an agent send an email to someone about something, have it create an image. So my brother is having a birthday, send him an image of a birthday cake tomorrow. So it's going to add it to a calendar function, send it tomorrow. So that's what an agent does. It does tasks for you. And we're testing that in the platform right now. We have an AI humanizer. We love AI, but it sounds like AI sometimes. You can actually put some text in and have another AI tool make it sound more human, which is hilarious, right? Oh, I could just write it myself. I'm a human. AI Forbidden Secrets is one of those series that talks about AI and what they're not telling you. Is kind of like one of those conspiracy things, but in a good way. So those are some of the new apps. We add new apps almost weekly here. It's amazing how many new things are out there. All right, so we'll play around with a few more examples. Let's get to, I want to answer a couple of questions. So I had people ask me all the time, what is BuildBiz? It's essentially an AI business partner. So I showed you how you can make money with it. I showed you how you can build things. But the bottom line is you can use it to turn your website into a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week sales machine, help you close things faster. Our funnels are designed from the ground up. There's a little lightning bolt at the top of our website creator, whether you're creating funnels or you're creating websites. You click that button, goes through the whole thing to make it smooth performance faster. It'll convert your images from JPEGs and PNGs. If you don't know what I'm saying, don't worry, but it'll convert it to WebP, which is the fastest, lightest format of an image, things like that. So it'll make it so it's faster. It'll give you 10 times more visibility. We build AEO into every website that you create with that tool, and it'll help you create, bottom line is that you can create all kinds of content. And I haven't even touched on some of the sales and marketing content that is out there. You get the book, you get the recipes, the frameworks, all in the book. You get 10 examples, checklist, check marks, taking you through all the things from business formation, customer experience, marketing, funding. You get all of that fun stuff, and you get it for $19.95 a month. Plus, I give you a 7-day free trial. So that's the important thing. A lot of times people will ask me, did you build this entire platform? And the answer is no, I did not. It's based on a platform called Deal.ai. And I don't mind sharing it with you, but I share it so that you know that it is not a one guy shop kind of thing, right? There's a whole team of developers behind this. By the way, you can get directly from the platform to Gamma. It creates presentations and AI websites. It's a fun, really fun tool. I use it all the time. Let's see if we can get Deal.ai to wake up here. I want to show you this page because I think it's important for you to know. We use multiple large language models. There's quite a few users on the platform. And I share this because of the one simple fact. They charge $69 a month, and they do not offer a free trial. So the BuildBiz platform is unique in that free trial and also the price point that you start at. So please, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll put the link, BuildBiz.ai, right there. And so you can go check it out. I'll also give you a QR code you can take a picture of if you haven't seen it already. Please go ahead and check it out. If you have questions, please ask. I'm happy to answer them. The correct site is magistratefulton.org. And then if you decide you want to resell as white label, it is $27 more a month to white label the entire platform. That means you can create your own custom AI and you can build anything that you want and put the colors that you want, the fonts that you want, the images, that kind of thing. You can build out your own website. We also do AI agency in a box. So we offer done with you services. That's where all the lunch and learns are, where you can come in, I'm building out websites for customers. You can watch me build them and you can see it in real time. So you can then go and do your own thing, right? So that's the build with you approach where I'm helping you build your business. We have Agency in a Box where we do done for you services. Again, just reach out and contact me, use my calendar, and we'll work with you. We do individual and group training. Last Saturday, I was training Hopewell Baptist Ministries Empowerment Ministries. Yes, that was a really cool experience. I was training some of the church members in AI, so I'll do that. Reach out to me. I'm available to do that. We have lots of proof as far as real entrepreneurs on there, especially if you come to the Thursday session. You can meet other people that are using the platform to get where they want to go. By the way, here's my email address. There we go. That's my email address. Let me get my calendar link here. There we go. Calendar link. Boom. Got that. Questions, please go ahead. What's a good place to advertise this platform? I want to sell it and become an e-commerce expert. Good question. So there's a couple of approaches, and we do train on this. We have a whole set of series on marketing this platform. There's no absolute answer to that question. A lot of my entrepreneurs use Meta because they want to control the budget and they want to have things like lookalike audiences and things like that you can target. Once you put AI in Meta, you will see our Deal.ai pop up all over the place. The other way to go is LinkedIn. And if you're going to market it to businesses, that's where all the businesses are. So I can definitely say that's a good place to do it. Certainly hit my calendar and I will help you with the digital marketing part of this. If I go into the platform, I have another platform called AEO Biz. And AEO Biz has a lot of the similar apps, but we have some specific apps. So for example, this AEO Business Profiler, this platform is different from BuildBiz. I don't want to confuse anybody in that its whole goal is to get you found by ChatGPT. So this is all about marketing, building your authority. So you get organic search engine. Google is still the king, but you also get AEO. And so you will build your authority. You'll fill out the business profile. It'll give you this thing, which is similar to the one that I showed you earlier in the big dream generator, right? But this one will also give you your keywords and things like that you can use. What's also fun is to get authority on the internet so that AI engines will find you, you also need, I would say, a minimum of 5 social media authority. So you want to be in at least 5 tools. So whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, doesn't matter. We help you build out your profile. If you've never done this, it's super simple. You want to create a business page. So for example, it gives you a name you should use, your @ symbol, @ handle. It gives you a possible logo you could use. It gives you, this is for Digital Express. Just asked it to give me some ideas. This is the banner. You need a homepage banner, business page banner. Gives you a write-up on yourself that you should put up there, including it gives you information for a welcome post, and then it gives you content strategy. So it gives you a couple. And by the way, once you get these first couple done, then you can ask it to generate more and so on and so forth. And it does this for all of the social media platforms. So this is called AEO Biz. If you're interested in it, just reach out to me and I can help you get into it. I can help you with the marketing part of it. Somebody asked about that. So just come on, go ahead and ask. How well does it handle SEO for websites with the ever-changing algorithms? That's a great question. Here's the deal with SEO. If you are not already at the top of the SEO in your particular industry, you're not going to get there. So what you have to do is pivot as a business owner and focus on AEO. Here's why. AEO is where all of the search engines are going because that is where all the people are going. People are doing voice searches on their phone. I talk to Siri and ask it, hey, give me this. right? It talks to ChatGPT if it doesn't know the answer, and I get what I need. If I have Alexa, same thing. I can ask Alexa a question. If I'm in ChatGPT, I can speak to ChatGPT. I don't have to type anymore. So this is just the nature. So conversational search is what AI tools use. But the other element is you have to be the authority on that particular industry or topic. And that's how AI engines will select you. And that's the new game. SEO is fine. And by the way, like I showed you just a second ago, we'll give you all of your regular keywords, long tail keywords, all the keywords in the world. So you'll still show up in Google if you develop with our tools. My point being, though, you need everything else. So I'll show you a little sneak peek. This is a little advanced. Normally, I only show this to the students that are actually in my classes. If I take any of these sample websites here that I'm building, so here's a customer website that I'm building. I'm using her as an example. In here, under settings, where you can pick your domain. We haven't even done that yet, but my point is here are the fun things that I wanted to show you. And for the non-technical, I apologize. It's just that somebody asked a question. So in the past, you had the robot.txt file. You fill in all your meta stuff. You have your sitemap. This is the new file, this LLMS.txt. That is the file that AI engines are using. That is the file that you need to have on your website. So SEO Deal.ai runs lots of ads that says SEO is dead, and then he gets into arguments on Facebook with people. But we know that it's not dead, but it is dying. And so you have to learn how to talk to AI engines on your website, everything that you're doing. Okay. So it does a great job of handling that. And that's where you need to go. Questions, questions, questions. Please ask your questions. The platform is $19.95 a month. Simple, easy. You get a 7-day free trial. Please go ahead and check it. You can download the books. You can download, make movies, all kinds of stuff. Play with it for 7 days. If you need more time, just send me an email. I'll give you some more time. But generally speaking, most people can figure out very quickly whether it's worth $19.95. I actually asked ChatGPT to go off and do an analysis for me. Let me see if I can find the analysis that it came back while I wait for you to give me your question. Please go ahead and ask your questions. I'm still here. Please go ahead and ask your questions. I'm happy to answer them for you. I'll find it. It was so funny. I was playing around because I like to use AI. I'm an avid user of it. And so I was thinking about this. Someone asked me the other day, if I am using free AI, why would I use your tool? If you are still using free AI, you don't need my tool. That means that you only occasionally use it. Because if you use AI in any meaningful, serious way, you will run into that old, oh, sorry, you're out of time, out of credits, out, you have to wait 4 hours and come back, that kind of thing. So if you're paying for AI, then this is a no-brainer. Because if you're paying $20 just for ChatGPT, I give you many, 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 many more tools to use. ChatGPT is fantastic. I love the tool, so I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just want you to be aware. This is the analysis. I had it. I said, take a look at my BuildBiz website, and then come back and tell me what is that worth if I compared it to all of the other tools that I could pay for. So it gave me, ChatGPT itself, $20, Leonardo for another little bit here. I asked it Leonardo, MidJourney, so either way you can do. Synthesia for AI video generator. That's the AI video I showed you. Chatbot creator, right? $50. Now you can use the one in ChatGPT, but you can't take it anywhere, right? Wix, you can point people to it. Don't get me wrong, you can point people to it, but you can't actually move it out. So you don't have control over it. The Wix WordPress plugins to create AEO are not very good yet. They're getting better, but again, we already have it built right in. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything extra. MailChimp, we have CRM in the platform where you can set automation, so you can do a drip campaign for email. CRM, I mentioned that. Content writers, AI logo makers, cloud storage, 5 terabytes. So they came up with a value of anywhere from $350 to $800 a month, depending on how many you're using. I thought that was very interesting because I like to have AI help me answer the types of questions that I come up with. And you compare that to, of course, $20 a month. It's a no-brainer. All right, other questions. Let's see what else I got. SMS marketing app. Yeah, we do integrate with Twilio so that in the CRM system, you can send both emails and text messaging. So if you have something a little bit heavier, let me know, but we do integrate with Twilio directly. Another question I get a lot is how does it compare to, say, a Go High Level? As a matter of fact, if you look at the editor in here, as far as actually editing, if you use Go High Level, you will be very comfortable and familiar with it. It's very simple but powerful editor. I love it. I use it. I build websites in WordPress and Wix Studio and all of the more advanced builders. I don't particularly like, well, let me phrase this. Go High Level is very powerful, but it also has a very steep learning curve. Whereas this tool is super simple to use as far as going in and changing things. You have a very simple way to edit and update and things like that. If I go here and I say I want to add a component, it gives you the components on the right. So you get all the things you need. You create forms, create checkouts like, e-commerce countdowns, AI components. You can build magic hooks, which are like sales headlines, create FAQs. It'll read your whole page that you've created and create FAQs automatically. So lots of AI functionality built right into the tool. Here's that lightning button I talked about where it'll convert it to make it faster. So after we create items, images, videos, do we own them? Absolutely. So I mentioned you have 5 terabytes of storage. So matter of fact, one of the things that I personally think we can improve on is when you create something, it goes into your file storage. And the way that this GUI works is a little odd to me, but you can see your movies are here, your videos are here. You can download anything that you want. So you just click on it. So let's go into videos. I just created that video. So let me grab that video. At least I think it was this one. This is where you get too many instances and then you forget which instance is the latest instance. So let's go take a peek at that video. Yep, that's the right one. Let me drag that into the chat before I forget. So let me just put that into the chat here. There you go. So there's that video that I just created for SL. So whoever owns SL, please grab your video. So yeah, so your videos are here. You can download everything. And I recommend you download them because again, it's the internet. But like I said, you get 5 terabytes of storage. And so you can play around with your videos, your images, all that kind of fun stuff. Any other questions? Happy to answer them. Does any of your apps do the same publishing of your business that Duns and Bradstreet does? No, not yet. So that's actually an interesting idea. There's a couple of things that we're going to be doing. So I mentioned that agents are coming. So what agents are going to allow you to do is really, without using heavy lifting and APIs and just using the connectivity that's available in most SaaS-based solutions that are out there. What do I mean by SaaS-based solutions? So in agents right now, we're just in the beta stage of it. Here's the super agent beta, the humanizer, and forbidden secrets. So if I go into the agent, what you'll get when you start is a super agent, which is really sits on top of all of the other bots and allows it to kind of drive the task. So you write your task in here or you speak your task. A third way you can do it, you can connect WhatsApp, because right now we're just using WhatsApp because that's the easiest one for us to use all over the world. And so you can pick your phone up, speak into WhatsApp. It has the phone number for your super agent. You connect them, of course. It has the phone number for your super agent. You speak into it. That task goes to your super agent, which will then reach out to its underlings. In this case, there's a communication manager, which handles pretty much what you think of as a communication manager. It kind of handles the speaking to the ones below it, right? So you have your document wizard, your email maestro, your calendar maestro. And right now, I think we're only supporting Google Calendar as the starting point. This is a beta. Don't call me up and say, Danny, it didn't do something, because it's a beta. You have your research manager, which goes and crawls the web. This does real-time kind of retrieval of data. And so you have all of these bots underneath that main agent. So you don't have to talk to all of these. You just speak to the super agent at the top, and then it decides who can handle that particular task. And kind of, we're going to be building more and more of these. And so there'll be bots for just about every available API connection, right? So if you have Google Calendar, Google Email, WhatsApp, you can get started today. Eventually, we'll have other tools that it talks to. So under sales and marketing, I have a whole bunch of things, creating forms, creating marketing proposals. That's a really cool app because it goes out, looks at a website, tells you the performance as it stands right now. It gives you ideas for marketing hooks. It gives you SEO keywords. So that one is a pretty good if you're going to get into business of an AI agency. Bonus idea generator, building benefit stacks. A benefit stack is where you speak to a customer, tell them about your business, not about your features, but why they should do business with you. Turn your website into 24-hour, 7 days a week sales machine with BuildBiz.ai. Close deals faster. Those are benefits. And so that's the type of thing that it generated. And by the way, yes, it generated those, and then I tweaked them to what I wanted it to say. Let's see, here's your CRM. I like to call it a starter CRM because it is not as powerful as Go High Level, but it will get the job done. You can create lists, you can create automations, and so on. This particular one I don't really use in my demo class, so it doesn't have any automations in it, but obviously my main one does have automations where I do like drip campaigns and things like that. Let's just see CRM. What else is in sales and marketing? FAQs, email builders. You can create a focus group and use a focus group to answer questions about your products or services. Here are some tools I use all the time. Gamma, I mentioned. Descript is great for editing videos using text. Love that tool. Use it multiple times a week. You can create custom AI tools. I mentioned this, and you can decide as the owner what you want to charge for it. For example, this business tax advisor, it's tax season, is $6 a month. So the joint venture, and again, if you want to have a joint venture with me and you have something that you want to create a custom AI tool, just reach out to me and we can work on it together. And so when you get done, you say, okay, that I got my money's worth out of it, but I want to speak to a person. We can again link out of the platform and go to your business website, and so people now can contact you. So that's what I mean by joint venture type of thing. If you want to be embedded in the platform, just reach out to me and we'll do that. What are the constraints on the images able to use for commercial purposes? Great question. All of these images that you generate are yours. You can do whatever you want with them. Now, what we're going to run into is the whole question of AI created content and whether you should tell people it's AI created content. I wrote a book on AI, using AI. If somebody sues me, I'll be very fascinated by how their logic would work. But obviously, I used AI to help me write the book, as it was about learning how to use AI to make money. So if you create the content, it's all yours. Also, in the platform, if you are creating a website, there are tools where you can use an example funnel here. So let's say I'm editing this page and I want to add a logo here. I can click on it here and I can upload my logo that I've generated in the logo maker, or I can go to stock images. There's Pixabay, Icon Finder if you want to find an icon, and Unsplash. All of these are included in your website. By the way, we host the website for you. If you buy the domain in the platform using the buy domain tool, you don't have to worry about connecting CNAME records or A records or any of that stuff. If you buy it in the platform, you can even start using it 5 minutes later. It's all connected behind the scenes. You don't have to do any of that. So if you've ever developed your own website and you know what a CNAME record is, then you know that's one less step that you have to deal with. Same thing with the email. It's automatically connected to the CRM system, so you don't have to deal with that stuff. Everyone's questions as I go along here. please, if you have questions, let me know. Happy to answer them for you. What is the other fun tools that you can build in here? Let me show you this quickly. You have the ability under custom AI tools to create your own knowledge base, which is what you use to train up your own. One pro tip, please remember to save, save, save as you're going along. If you forget to save, you will lose it. It is not an auto save generator, right? You must remember to save. That's one of those brutal lessons things. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do the magistrate. Do you want Adam or do you want a female voice? Tell me what you would like. I'm happy. I don't really mind. Male. All right, so let's use the world famous Adam. Okay, so we have folk music, ambient. You can upload your own music. I've mentioned that a few times. You can get it portrait or landscape. You can, let's do if it's going to be on a website. Landscape is good. And let's go with that. That should be good enough. I think we got all of the key things we want. Let's do, we'll try height this time. It doesn't really matter. Hype and sales are very similar in tone. All right, let's go ahead and generate this one. I think that's good enough. Let's see what we get. So it'll go off, like I said, it takes about 4 minutes or 5 minutes or so. Anybody have any more questions? Please, please, please pop them in the chat. I hope you all had a good time tonight. Hopefully you learned. We went a little over. I do that a lot on this class, but I like to keep answering questions as long as people have them. So that's my goal. So remember, reach out to me on the calendar app. Reach out to me if you want to sign up. It's a 7-day free trial, very easy to do. And I'm here. So we're just generating. When you buy a product, do you have access to the entire 90 apps? Have access to the answer is yes, you have access, but some of the apps do have charges associated with it. I showed you a couple of the image generation ones, right? I showed you the under the make money, you have the I want to sell my own affiliate. That's $27 more. So that's $46.95 a month if you want to sell, right? So don't get that unless you want to make money. That's what the purpose of that section is. And once you get the white label app, that unlocks all of these, which are custom AI apps. Because again, the idea is these apps are for people who are going to become like an agency, either for themselves or for other people. So for example, under here, you have precision image. Oh, the video has just been created. We'll go back and take a look at it.
Need assistance? Look no further than the North Service Center in Fulton County. Connect with us instantly via live chat for real-time support at your fingertips. Our center is conveniently located at 7741 Roswell Road Suite, 253, Atlanta, GA 30350. Want to speak with someone directly? Give us a call at 404-613-5757. We're here to provide top-notch service and support you can count on. Contact us today and experience the unparalleled service at the North Service Center.
Just maybe make it, we're located on Roswell Road, in Atlanta or something like that. If you want to actually see it, I would point people to the website so they can go check it out. So it's definitely needs some editing, and same thing with the images. You would upload your own images that you wanted to use. You would regenerate the images. You would go into the AI tools that generate images and create the own look and feel that you would like to have. So this is what it did just by looking at that main homepage. So now if you wanted it to get different details, perhaps more about the types of services, instead of the homepage, I would point it to the services page. Hopefully that made sense. Now, what I recommend to my students is instead of doing it that way, I would use what's called the interview process. And you can use 2 ways to do that. You can use the AI sales coach and tell it, I want you to interview me about my business, ask me questions one at a time. And you would give it, I have a whole long prompt. If you want it, let me know. I'll send it to you. And it gives a very detail of why you want it to interview and what it wants. Excuse me. Or you can go right here to Big Dream Generator and put it in the description about your business. Then I would take that business brief and I would copy paste it into the AI sales coach and say, here's the information about me, right? So you create a new chat. And I would essentially tell it to look at the information that I just put in there and then tell it to generate a script that I can copy paste. So then I would say something like, you are a world-class digital marketing expert. I want you to help me create a video sales letter for my business. Use this information to create a 2-minute video sales letter that I can put into a text to video creator. And then you would put a colon, and then you would feed it the information that you wanted to do. Oh, another way to do this is, let's say we grab this website, we go over here. This is like a shortcut to this. You could actually go to the website and you could pick a page. So this is the information that is scraped off of this page, which really does not have a lot of interesting information. You would go to one of these specific pages to write about that specific page. So like if you go to the About Us page, it actually has a ton more information. This website is broken up very much into small pieces. Let's see what we got here, because it is, of course, an official government website. So it does not have a lot of text. So you really want to find a page that has a lot of information on it. This one's getting closer. You see what I'm talking about though, right? Even this page would be better in the sense of gathering you information that the AI can write about, in the sense of creating text about this particular business, right? So you could give it something like that and then go back now and let's see what it gives us here. I'm going to put in here the, yep, I want you to leave that. Wow, come on back. Oh, darn it. I just lost my prompt. Speaking of losing prompts, all right, let's go back in here. All right, so let's put in the prompt again. You are a world-class digital marketing expert. I want you to help me create a 2-minute video sales letter using this following information. Make it informative and inspirational, in the tone of Gillian Perkins. Or I might use, I want to get investment advice in the style of Warren Buffett, right? So you can use whoever you want to use, that expert. I want technology advice from Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, that kind of thing, right? So now it just gave me this information that I can use right here. This is the 2-minute video sales letter, right, on a topic. So I could take this information, scene 1, opening shot. It's good for you, the human being, but it doesn't really need that. And so that might confuse the AI tool. So that's the only thing I might take out of it. And you could tell it, remove, you just say to the, remove the narration, all right? So if I go back here into content creation, oh, by the way, here's the logo maker. I create a lot of logos. The BuildBiz logo was created by this particular tool. So it creates really pretty decent logos. All right, so create AI video. And we're going to use text this time. So we'll just drop that script here into the text. Drop your logo, drop your language, you got your voice, and you wanted a male voice. Perfect. We'll go with this script just to see what it does. You can never tell. You can change the color of the information, portrait, landscape, and we're off to the races. Let's create a video. Let's see what it does. So the more real information you can give it, the better you're going to get out of it. So again, same type of thing. Other questions? All right, everybody, we're going to do this last one and then we're going to wrap it up. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know I did. And this is the kind of class that I like, where everybody's kind of engaged and asking questions. So everybody learns a little something, right? And that's what I mean by the group. We really do work together on these projects to create the environment. That's what I love about it, is my users are very engaged. We definitely spend a lot of time working together. All right, Chrome, don't die on me now. I'm almost to the end. Chrome is definitely dying. I'm gonna have to restart my computer when I'm done today. There's no question. Oh, there we go. It's back. It was kind of frozen there for a second. I'm going back up. Come on. We want to see this next magistrate. Come on, you can do it. Yep, it's still working on it. So it's not quite locked up yet. And there's my calendar one more time. So jump on it. Oh, wow, I think we got something. Let's see what we've got.
Welcome to Jillian Perkins, where opportunities meet empowerment in navigating the justice system. Access seamless legal services like e-filing with Odyssey, registered trademark e-file GA, and checking case records effortlessly. Discover tools like criminal division FAQs and real-time calendars to simplify your legal journey. Our dedicated team is just an email away for any assistance you might need. Join countless others who trust us with their legal needs and experience transparency. Don't wait. Visit insert URL and embark on your legal journey with confidence today.
Oh my goodness. That is hilarious. That is actually funny. That's an example of AI running amok. So you can see where the obvious errors are. Things like Gillian Perkins doesn't actually belong in the script, and things like insert URL here is hilarious. So, but you get the idea. And it's so easy to edit. It's easy fix, easy fix. And if you lose 50 credits and you want your 50 credits back, just send me an email. I'll give you 50 credits. So yes, what you feed it is really important. Remember, I told you if the AI creates something, you should read it before you use it. Obviously, I didn't read the scripts. So this is what you get. Please read whatever you ask the AI to do for you before you put it up on your website. All right, everyone. I hope you had a good night. I'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Today is Tuesday. Yes, tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern for the Lunch and Learn. And then if you want to reach out to me, I'm always available. All right, everyone. Have a fantastic evening.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.